Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. David Dacosta, three-star director here. Very, very excited for this fantastic training, which I know is fantastic because I was very privy to watch this training live in Gibraltar, Spain. My younger brother, who I'm about to introduce you to, is a phenomenal trainer. I would say the best trainer in Planet Marketing UK. The best trainer in Planet Marketing UK. So we're very blessed to have him as a special guest on the line with us today from London, England. His name is Toby Dacosta. He's going to be doing a training on going from 0 to 100 or 0 to 9. Going goal builder, one of the most important ranks in the business. Now, why is this a training that you really want to pay close attention to? Well, Toby has been instrumental in helping hundreds and thousands of people to progress to some amazing heights in this business. He's one of the pioneers, one of the founding directors, one of the top income earners here in the UK. He's trained more people than you probably can imagine. He's been on stage around the world, from Atlanta to Vegas to London to Scotland. He's been from living room to home, been on planes and trains up and down the countries, coaches and bosses and yachts, sharing this business around the globe with Planet Marketing. Again, someone who's also personally mentored by our millionaire mentor, Donald Bradley. This is someone you want to pay close attention to, because someone who's done it himself and helped a lot of people to do it. And this is a training he created from scratch. And the principles are so profound that when I saw this in Spain, I took the information. Within 2 weeks, I had 2 new goal builders. One of them is actually on the line with us today. So this is real life information that when you go gold makes you over 500 US dollars. We're talking about making real money in a short space of time, compressing time frames to get your results. If you have not hit gold builder yet, this training is for you. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to the man of the hour, Mr. Toby Dacosta. Toby, I'm just going to get you to unmute. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, David, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, firstly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat your backdrop there, David, with my white wall over here at the moment. But it's definitely a pleasure to be on your team training. It's always great to connect with new people. And, I'm really excited about this training that we're about to go through over the next maybe half an hour or so. Yes, did this training in Gibraltar, Ignite. And it was absolutely fantastic, the feedback I got. But more important than the feedback is actually seeing people get real results from this training as well. And, when David asked me to do this training, I've had a few people ask me actually that, you have to do this training again. And whenever training kind of gets in high demand, you're really touching people's souls. You're really impacting people. You're talking sense, because within this business we have to talk sense. There's a lot of mindset training, but there's also a lot of practical training that has to be logical and has to make sense for the person who's actively trying to build their business. And that's, David knows that's what I've always been about. There's so many different trainings that we do, but I like to get down to the nitty gritty of, tell me what I got to do. Is anyone else like that? Give me a show of hands or nod your head if you're also the same way. You just like, tell me what I got to do. What do I got to do? How do I do this thing? Tell me exactly, how do I build this? What do I have to do? What should I not do? What should I be doing more of? What should I stop doing? What should I start doing? And creating this training from real life experience of how I became a goal builder, how I've observed people in my organization become goal builders, people in other organizations, the stories we hear of someone who went gold in 5 days or 1 week or 2 weeks and 1 month. How do these things happen? So take your time to really study and understand this and trying to package it in the training. So I really hope everyone gets some good value from this. This is not so much going to be about me presenting. My camera's not even going to be on. This is really going to be about watching the demonstration I'm going to be going through. I'm going to be going through a number of different scenarios. We're going to be moving some circles around. This is not going to be your typical PowerPoint training, because we're not even going to be going live on the slides. We're going to be moving some things around, because that's very much what our business is, especially going from rep to gold builder, rep to bronze to silver to gold. There's lots of components that are moving, lots of things that are moving, lots of things that are happening at every moment. And it's so important as a builder to be aware of these things. So my hope is that everyone takes some really good value from this as we dive in. Okay, hopefully everyone's got pen and pad. David, if you can make me host on my other line that's there, and I think I might be able to do it already. Actually, let me see if I can share my screen. Yep. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I can share it. Everyone ideally want to have a pen and pad to try follow what I'm doing. I'm going to try to be as concise with this, but also very clear. But at the same time, I want to move at a certain pace with it as well, because I know, boy, I've done this training before, and I had my team on the line for a total of 2.5 hours, and I don't want to be 2.5 hours, and it's only about 5 slides. So you're probably thinking 2.5 hours, 5 slides, but you'll start to see, with the demonstrations we got going on, you'll start to understand what I mean. But David, just double checking that you are also a host as well to let people in, just to control that.
All good.
Sweet. Okay, we're going to be talking, and you know what, David, as well, we might even have to do a 2-part training on this, because I know we branded this as going gold, but there is a part 2 to this as well, which is finding your core 3, because it's all in one. When you go gold, great, but how many times do we see, people go gold, but they can't, complete the directorship? We don't just want to help people go gold. We want to help you go gold and then complete director. 0 to 9, 9 to 100. And if you're on this line right now and that resonates with you, that means something to you, you're in the right place. And again, hope you get something from this. So yeah, we probably will do a part 1 and part 2, but let's go ahead and dive in. First and foremost, goal builder. It's big. It's a big deal. It's the first realization that you have in your business that you can do this. When you sponsor your first person, you're excited. You get that first check. When you go bronze, you're like, wow, okay, this is going well. You go silver, you're in flow now. You understand what you're doing. But when you go gold, it's a different feeling. And it's not just a feeling for you, it's a feeling for you and your team, right? It's a feeling for you and your team, because now your team gets to see your name up in lights. Normally, maybe they're seeing other people's names up in lights, other builders, but now they get to see your name up in lights. And it's something that if you're looking to really, take this business seriously and become a director, going gold should be on your radar, and going gold should be on your radar ASAP. And there's a process. There's a fine art on how to make sure you. I hate to use a word, but I'm gonna say it. Guarantee yourself gold. Guarantee yourself gold. It's just the work. And for many years, I used to kind of shy away from that word. Surely there's got to be an easier way. Surely there's got to be right. It's the work. It's just the work. Whatever rank you're trying to hit, gold, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5. It's just the work. It's just the work. But here's the thing: the first step from going from rep to gold, you see, your team can't get you to gold. Your team can't get you to gold. But it's only yourself who can take you to gold, right? I want everyone to understand that only you can take yourself to gold builder. When you understand the importance of going gold, you understand the importance of being balanced. That's what's going to give you the foundation as you start to be balanced for directorship. And then you're going to be able to find the people just like you, your coffee. Right, we're going to go through a really quick simulation here. And this is going gold, slow versus fast, right? We're going to do going gold, slow versus fast. We're going to go through 2 simulations here, because this is real life. And I want everyone to understand that. This is real life. This is what happens. This is what I've observed in 6.5 years in Planet Marketing within my organization. I've seen many people go gold. I've seen many people who are pushing for gold, and I've seen what happens. It almost gets to the point, I'm sure David, you can almost predict, forecast what's going to happen next when there's not a certain pace involved. The first thing I want everyone to write down is this, please. Going gold is all about speed. Going gold is all about speed. Of course, it's the work. Of course, it's, prospecting, following up, freeway calls, closing. Of course, it's all of that stuff. But here's the thing. You can do all of that stuff and still sponsor people. But if you're too slow, you won't go gold. You can do all of that stuff, all the work. But if you're fast, you will hit gold. Let's go through a simulation. And like I said, it's going to be a bit of a different training. So hopefully everyone can follow me on this. So here's yourself, right? Just got started in the business. You're excited. And it normally starts with this person. We're going to go through a simulation. This person is going to go gold slow, right? They're going to attempt to go gold builder slow, right? And we're going to do it over a 12-month period. Here's a question I want to ask everyone just before I dive into this. If you knew you were going to do the work anyway, wouldn't you rather just get it done? Do it in a short space of time? I want everyone to understand what I'm touching on there. The work that you need to do anyway to sponsor 9 people. And when you say sponsor 9 people, that means having a conversation with at least, maybe 100, 200 people, right? And then that means, sharing information with at least maybe 50 people, right? We're going to narrow it down. That means getting your upline on freeway calls with maybe around 15 to 20 people. And from that number, you're going to find the 9 who you're looking for and who are looking for you. So that's the work, right? Let's just pick a number out of the cloud, 200 people you need to speak to. If you know you're going to do the work anyway because you have the desire to go gold, would you rather do that work over a 12-month period? Or would you, as David said, compress timeframes and do it in a shorter period, let's say 1 month? Just feel free to put in the chat box or unmute your mic. Would you do it over 12 months or 1 month?
You can all.
I need you guys to talk back to me. I need you guys to know that. I need to know that you're still here with me because I don't want to lose anyone. We're just getting started, right? 1 month.
1 month.
1 month, right? I don't need anyone to get lost yet. We're going to go deep with this training. I need everyone to really pay attention to this because, again, if you're not yet a goal builder, this is for you. And if you are a goal builder, you will know everything I'm saying is true. So 1 month, right? The same work. It's the same work. You're not doing anything different. It's the same work. Over 12 months, we'll get you 1 result. Over 1 month, we'll get you explosive results. Let's run the simulation. This person has just got started and, their belief is low. Their kind of, their intensity in the business is low, but they're doing the work. And I want everyone to understand that. One of the things that drives you in this business in terms of speed is belief and intensity and a sense of urgency. You can teach someone PS3 all day long, but if they don't bring that intensity, belief, and urgency to the table, they'll be doing the work, but they're just moving too slow. Right, month 1, they sponsored their first person. Congratulations. Right, hopefully everyone can see this now. If everyone could just focus on the screen. They've just sponsored their first person. Congratulations, brilliant. Month 2, they sponsored their second person. You're excited, wow. 2 people front line, second month in the business, right? Or let's just, whether it's their second month in the business or whether they've been in the business a bit longer and they've just kind of started getting going, whatever it is, this is month 2. Now, month 3 comes and this person decided to give up, right? This person, their first person, decided to give up. So let me ask everyone a question. Right now, does this person have 2 active frontline to them or 1 active frontline to them? Feel free to unmute your mic, put in the chat box. one active, right? How many times, David, have we heard, we're speaking to our team, and again, guys, this is just a coaching moment, speaking to our team, and I say, how many have you sponsored? Oh, I've got 2. I sponsored 2 people. But one of those 2 is inactive, or on credit hold, or cancelled. That's not an active person. An active person is an active person. Count your active people. Don't count the people you sponsored. Right? If we all counted the people we sponsored, right, David, you and I will be 200 club, right? Something like that. David, you'll probably be 500 club. We count active. We can only count active. That goes for all of us. Donald Bradley too. So even though this person sponsored 2, if 1 quits, they're on 1. Now we're coming into month 4, right? Remember, they're sponsoring people. So if you ask this person, hey, do you know how to sponsor people? The answer is yes, they sponsor 2 people. They know how to do the work. PS3, peak interest, show the video, or show the opportunity, 3-way call. They know how to do the work. But it's month 4. And they've just got 1 person active. Feels like they've done a lot of work, but just 1 person active. But here's what happened month 4. They sponsor their 3rd person. Now they're like, wow, amazing, great. And how many times people make the mistake thinking, oh, I should be bronze now, right? Because I sponsored 3. Your 1st person quit. Here's what happened month 4. Before they sponsored this 3rd person, they attended an event. They attended a training. They attended a Ignite experience. They attended an event that raised their belief and raised their urgency, raised their work ethic. And after that event, they sponsored their 3rd person. And within the same week, they also sponsored their 4th person. The things that happen when your belief is high. Congratulations, this person has just become a bronze builder. They have 3 active, and it's month 4, right? But this the 4th person they sponsored, 2 days in the business, got cold feet. Wasn't too sure about it, decided to drop out. We're in month 4. Now we move on to month 5. So now they've gone back down to 2 active. Even though they sponsored 4, but now they're back down to 2 active. Before I continue, is this sounding familiar to anyone? Does this look like a familiar story that maybe anyone's been through? And again, guys, this is a training call. This is locker room, if you like. This is intimate. No one judges anyone here because we're all on the same journey. We're all on the same journey, doing the same thing. And before anyone even says, yeah, this looks familiar, I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I've been here. Right? Okay, I appreciate everyone. A lot of people saying, yes, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I've been there. Right. I've been there. David's been there. We've all been there. Anyone who's taking this business, like I'm sure all 23 people on this call right now are taking this business seriously because you want to be on this call if you want. We've all been here. It's part of the process, but it's part of learning. Here's what happens, month 5. We've all been there. Anyone who's taking this business, like I'm sure, if you could just mute there, please, thank you. Month 5, they sponsor their 5th person. So again, this person in total sponsored 5 people. They know how to do the work. But we're in month 5. Month 6 comes, nothing happens. Month 7 comes. They attend another event, another big event. They get really close working with their upline. And guess what happens? They sponsor 2 people in the same month. Wow. They are now 5 active, 1 away from silver. Month 8 comes. That excitement that they had month 7 from that big event dies down. They're not really speaking with their upline too much anymore. You know, life happened to them. They've got stuff going on in their life. They're like, yeah, I know I've got my team, but I'll just, I need to sort this out first in life, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and work has got a bit intense lately, and all of these different things. Month 7 comes. Nothing. Month 8 comes. This person decides to drop out, family problem, can't continue. Month 9 comes, nothing. Month 10 comes, this person gets excited again in their planning marketing business. They attend another event, really excited. Yeah, I can do it. I'm close to silver. But they are now 4 active, frontline. Even though they sponsored 7 in total, technically they should be a silver builder. But they're not. But after that event, month 10, they're excited again. They're pushing back for silver. Now they sponsor someone else. They're 8th person. They're now on 5 active. But life happens again and they get distracted again. Month 11 comes, month 12 comes, and this is where they just kind of end up. You see, did you notice that there were a few months there where there was no activity? There were a few moments there where there wasn't a work being done. The same work that this person knows how to do. But the work wasn't being done. And if the work is not being done, then nothing is going to get done because you're the only one who can take yourself to gold. Your team can't take you to gold. Only you can take yourself to gold. I love how Donald Valley set this company up. It's 2 tests you have to pass. Test number 1, can you recruit? Test number 2, can you build? Test number 1 is all about you. Absolutely, Lady Phoebe, no work, no progress. Test number 1 is all about you. It's a personal development check. It's a gut check. It's an accountability check. Can you want to be a director? You want to take this seriously? Okay, this is all on you. Can you recruit 9 people? Because before you go director, you've got to have your front line. Recruit 9 people. That's how Donald Bradley set this up. It's testing you. Can you do it? Can you stay focused? Can you stay consistent? Can you compress timeframes? Can you push through the pain? Can you push through the distractions? Can you push through the excuses? And can you just recruit 9 people and push through it? Once you've done that, test number 2 is now, can you build? Can you build with these 9 people and go from 9 to 100, right? And 100 and beyond. That's test number 2. And we all have to pass those tests. If you're a goal builder today, congratulations, you passed test number 1. You're on test number 2 right now. And you're going to be doing test number 2 until you become a 9-star director in this company, right? Isn't that good? There's only 2 tests. But if you're not yet a goal builder and you're maybe a rep, bronze, silver, you're still on test number 1. And you really want to get through test number 1 as quickly as possible. But let's go back to this scenario. 12 months have gone past. Do you know what I'll even do? We'll do another simulation because I didn't do anything in month number 11 and the month number 12. Let's say month number 12, again, let's say this person, the first person, let's say the first person, not the first person, the second person. This person's been in it now for nearly a year, hasn't really done much. They decided to give up. But in month 12, they also sponsored someone. So they lost someone, but they also sponsored someone. And as a result, they sponsored 9 people, but they just won off silver. Again, in the chat box, is this sounding familiar? Is it a familiar story that maybe you're going through or you've maybe been at or you've seen other people, right? You're doing the work, you're getting the results, but you're just not getting the result that you want, which is Go Builder. And isn't it ironic? They've recruited 9 people. And I know, again, I'm just kind of manipulating things as we go along, but let me tell you guys, as David, I'm sure will back me, this is as real as it gets for a lot of people in terms of the experience that they're having when it comes to recruiting and trying to get to Gold Builder. It's not that they don't know how to recruit. It's the speed. The speed is not there. And when I go back to that question, if you knew you were going to do the work anyway, would you do it in 12 months? Or would you compress timeframes and just get it done in 1 month? It's the same work. It's the same work. All right, let's see if we can go back. Oh, can't go back any further. We're gonna now do simulation number 2. Now we're gonna talk about speed, right? And this is really what this training is about. And you'll start to realize it's a very simple training. In order to go gold, it's not so much the work that you have to master, it's the speed. It's the pace. It's how fast are you moving. It's keeping your belief up, high. And I want everyone to write this down. Attrition is gonna happen. You have to outbuild your attrition. Attrition is gonna happen. You have to outbuild it. You have to outwork it. You have to outrun your attrition. Attrition happens to everyone. Doesn't matter if you're David, Eileen Ross, Donald Bradley. Attrition happens to everyone because people are people. And sometimes it's nothing to do with you. You sponsor the first person and you're excited about them and you try to call them and they never pick up the phone and try to message them, they never get back to you, even though they've just paid £156 or $199. And you're like, man, I've just sponsored this person, but they're not getting in touch and they decide to quit. That's nothing to do with you. That was just in that person. They weren't sure. So attrition happens because people are people. But you can't let the attrition stop you from your promise. You can't let the attrition stop you in your tracks of where you're going. You have to outbuild, outrun, outwork your attrition. Let's go into simulation number 2. This is all about speed. Again, we talked about, would you rather do it in 12 months or in 1 month? The same work, the same people, the same messages you were going to send anyway. Let me give everyone a picture of what I'm talking about here. If you had a goal in a month to send 100 messages, right, to someone, would you say, hey, I'm going to send, I'm going to send three messages a day? Or would you say, I'm going to do all 100 in one day? I'm going to send 3 messages a day, and at the end of the month, it will be, I don't know, let's say it will be 90 people, 100 people, whatever. Or would you say, no, I'm going to do 100 in one day. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to plan my day, I'm going to schedule 1 hour where I'm sitting by myself, no distraction, I'm going to let people know around me, I'm working right now. And the same work that would have taken me a month, I'm going to get it done in a day. Why? Because I'm compressing time frames. Why? Because amateurs do in a day what professionals do in an hour. Amateurs do in a week what professionals do in a day. Amateurs do in a month what professionals do in a week. Amateurs do in a year what professionals do in a month. I want everyone to get that. And this is what we learned from Donald Bradley, from the best. Professionals compress time frames. We are doing the same work. We're just doing it faster, quicker, with more urgency, because your business requires it. The success in your business that's waiting for you, that gold builder pin that's waiting for you, it requires speed. And this is something I get super passionate about, guys, because I know everyone on this call, especially if you're not yet a gold builder, I know everyone wants this bad, especially, to go gold and, bronze, silver, gold, but gold builder. And sometimes it's frustrating. We're like, man, what am I not doing? Let me give everyone the answer. It's the speed. It's not what you're not doing. If you've already sponsored maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 5, if you sponsored people in your business, you know what to do. You know what to do. You've understood PS3, you've understood the system. You don't need to learn how to do it. You don't need to relearn what to do. You know what to do. Sometimes what people do, they try to reinvent the wheel and try to do a new system. It's not that. If you've already sponsored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever people, you already know what to do. The only thing you're missing is speed. Speed. Speed equals gold builder. Gold builder needs speed. Success loves speed. These are all the principles that we learned in network marketing very early on, which is, again, David Dacosta, gold builder in 1 hour, something like that, one day, something like that. 1 hour, 1 day, I don't know what it was. It's quick. Myself, when we launched, gold in 5 days. John Dacosta, gold in 2 weeks. Andre Sinclair, gold in a month, right? Speed. That's all it is. Let's go through this scenario right now. This person is fired up. This is the difference. This person right here, this is you. You're fired up. Just come back from that event, right? You're just spending quality time with your upline, tapping into your why, that sense of urgency, not taking, just ready to go. You're fired up, getting to work, sponsored your first person, bang, straight away. Congratulations. Right? This is month 1. But here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do month 1, month 2, month 3. We're going to do this in weeks because professionals do weeks. We compress time frames. So in your first week, you sponsored your first person. Guess what also happened in your first week? You sponsored your second person because you're on fire. You're on fire. What does that mean? What does that look like? It means when you wake up, you're thinking planet marketing. Throughout your day, you're thinking planet marketing. Before you put your head on your pillow, you're thinking planet marketing. You're thinking, who do I need to speak to? Who do I need to follow up with? Who's that person that I exposed last week but didn't see the presentation? Who's that person who jumped on the presentation but I never got back to? Who's that person that was about to sign up but didn't sign up? You're obsessed with building your front line. It's the only thing that matters to you outside, important things in life, family, etc. Right? You're not worried about what's going on that television program. You're not worried about what's going on with the politics and the drama at work. You're not because you're focused on where you're trying to get to in the next 12 months. And where you want to get to in the next 12, 18 months in terms of the success, your why, achieving your goals, your why. This part, going gold, is a crucial part of that bigger picture. So this has to get done. Going gold has to get done. It's not, I'll try. No, it has to get done. Because you're trying to get to the big fish of director. You're trying to get to that test. You want to get past test 1 quickly so you can get to test 2 and really start the work with your team. So this is just all out focus. And again, I'm just talking from the mindset that Donald Bradley put us in when we launched back in 2016, when he put us in a mindset of go gold. He didn't even say go bronze or silver. He said go gold. In other words, get it out of the way, go. So we can start building. And again, I can only talk from personal experience. I believe that's the mindset. If you're looking to go gold, that's the mindset you want to adopt. Where you're like, I need to get this out of the way. I need to get it done. I need to get it done. Set a deadline. End of the month. In the next, whatever it is, whatever that may be for you, it should be, I need to get this done. Because there's a bigger challenge ahead. This one is the one that's just setting the foundation, right? So let's go back to it. Week 1, they sponsor the first 2 people. Guess what also happens in their 3rd week? They sponsor the 3rd person. How many times have we seen someone go bronze builder in a few days? How many times have we seen someone go bronze builder within a week? We see it all the time, right? And sometimes we stop and we wonder, oh, wow, that's amazing. What did they do? Guess what? They did the same thing that we're all doing. The difference is the person who went bronze in 5 months, they spoke to 100 people, let's just say 100 people to find the 3 that they were looking for. The person who went bronze in 1 week, they spoke to the same 100 people, but they did it in 1 week or even less, in a couple of days, right? It's the same work, but different time frames. So now we go back to the simulation. This person is building. Week 2, sponsor their 4th person. They're hungry, they're moving. But person number 2, right? Had cold feet, not too sure. Hey, how do I get my money back? Right? Now person number 2 decides to drop out. Why? Because attrition happens to everyone. No one is exempt in this business from attrition. From the newest person who just got started to Donald Bradley, attrition happens to everyone. So even though this person sponsored 4 people, how many do they have active? Quickly put it in the chat box. How many do they have active? Active, front line. 3. 3, perfect. 3, right? So sometimes we're like, oh yeah, I'm 2 away from silver. No, you're not. Oh, I'm 1 away from silver. No, you're not. You got 3 active. One of the best things you can do is be truthful to yourself, because it will give you the full transparency of where you really are, not where you would like to be. And that will get you moving at a different intensity, right? But guess what? This person is not going to allow this person's decision on their life to affect where they're going for their future. I need everyone to get that. Sometimes you may have people in your team who are going to make decisions, understand their decisions are for themselves. Their decisions are not for you and your business. So let person number 2 do what person number 2 is going to do. And that's okay. And we're going to be good. We're going to be okay with that because we got a purpose. We're going to keep it moving. Week 2, sponsor their 5th person, right? Now this person is starting to create their own momentum. They're excited. They're like, oh, man, they're creating some traction. What I love about it is that all of these people, right, number 1, number 3, number 4, number 5, they've all come in the same pretty much 10 days. So they're building relationships, they're getting to know each other. The WhatsApp group has been made, right? Everyone's excited. Woo! We're in team your name, right? They're all looking up to you. And they're excited, right? Week 2, this person is moving. 1 away from silver, right? Exciting. 1 away from silver. Week 3, silver builder. 6 active. Take a look at this picture really quick, guys. Really quick. We're in week 3, 6 active, 1 has dropped out. This person is moving faster than their attrition. Attrition is happening. And look, this person may not have dropped out because it's all in a very short space of time. But, we're going to play that card in a way, and let's say they do drop out. But still, it's never going to be a situation, let's just move it. When you're moving this fast, it's never going to be like this, where, wow, they brought in so many people, but so many have dropped out. Or it's never going to be like this, where, wow, they brought in so many people in 3 weeks, but more people have dropped out than more people who are actually in the business. That's just not going to happen. And you can take my word for that over 6.5 years of, seeing how this works. If you're moving this fast, you're going to build faster than your attrition. And I'm sure it goes without being said, you're going to be spending time with the people you bring in as well. Going to be, looking after them, making sure they log into their back office, they get fast start training, connect with your uplines, all of that stuff. If you're just abandoning them, then yeah, you're probably going to see a lot more attrition than you should. But I'm sure that goes without being said, right? But you can see what's happening. This person's now a silver builder. We're in week 3. They are moving. And again, guys, if you've been in this company for at least the last couple of months, you would have seen people who have moved fast in a few weeks, bronze, silver, and we're all wondering, wow, what are they doing? The same work, just moving at a different speed. They're speaking to the same people you're speaking to, but they're compressing time frames, doing it a lot faster. They're finding more time in their day to allocate to Planet Marketing than the average person in Planet Marketing. I need everyone to get that. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all wake up every morning and plan our day, or sometimes before we go to bed the night before, we plan our day. For someone who's moving this fast, I'll give you a picture of what they do. Before they go to sleep, they are thinking about their diary for the next day, and they're thinking the hours that they're going to have available to work their Planet Marketing business, the hours that they're going to have available to prospect, follow up, close, freeway calls. They're putting freeway call appointments with their upline. They're working super close with their upline. They're planning the day, and they're probably allocated, 3-4 hours to it, even if they're working a full-time job. As we say, right, all the time, you work your 9 to 5, then you work your 5 to 9. They are making this intentional, making it a priority. But now on the flip side, the person who's trying to go gold in 12 months and still doesn't really hit gold in 12 months, because I've never really seen someone go gold over the course of 12 months, because anyone who goes gold in this business does it in a short period of time. They're not thinking about allocating time to Planet. And even if they are thinking about allocating time, it's very little time. It's very little time. So what I'm really stressing here is the same work you're doing in that very little time. Expand that time and do a lot more work of the same thing you're doing. You're going to get different results night and day. Week 4. They sponsor their 8th person. They're moving so fast. They're moving so fast. The same week 4, they sponsored their 9th person. They're 1 away from goal builder. We've all seen this before, guys, where we know someone's getting close to goal builder because you're just seeing them put people in the business time and time again, and everyone's excited, everyone's expecting it, and then this person's like, yeah, no, I got a family situation. I can't do the business anymore. Sorry, I might come back in the next 5 months or 5 years or 50 years, but I can't do it right now. Sorry, bye. Yeah, guys, this happens. Even to, some people who are moving really fast, it happens. But what is it? Is this person going to allow other people's decisions to stop them in their tracks? No. This person can smell gold builder. They can see gold builder over the horizon, and they're going to keep it moving. One thing I didn't add on this, guys, I'm just going to add as well. This person has attended all the trainings, all the Zoom trainings that their upline puts out. You'll find them on the basic training Wednesday night. You'll find them on the IMV calls. You'll find them on the Sunday night locker room calls with Donna Bradley. You'll find them speaking regularly, if not daily, with the upline. You will find them, just a different intensity that they bring to the table. Very serious about their why, very serious about their goals. You'll find Planet Marketing in their life very high up in terms of priority. You will find them, you will see them, at the big events, right? You go to London, you'll see them there, right? Wherever it is, Manchester, right? Wherever you may be, convention, right? You'll see them at the big events because it's on their radar and it's important to them. And whatever you put out is what you're going to get back in return. Before you make the withdrawal, you first have to put in the deposit. And guess what? They're keeping it moving. Sponsor their 10th person. Now, I need everyone to get this. They sponsor their 10th person, but they're not yet a gold builder. Sometimes you might have to go past 9 to get that gold. And before any attrition can even take place, because this person is out building, out running, out working for attrition, sponsor their 11th person, which makes them a qualified gold builder. By the way, this is all in week 5. The same work, the same messages, the same follow-ups, the same prospecting, but it's the speed. It's the speed. It's the speed that gets them over the line. It's the speed that moves faster before anything else can happen. And if you've been in this business long enough, you will know things happen because you're working with people and everyone's different. And some people change their mind, and that happens. That's life. Some people get cold feet. That happens. Some people just decide to fade away, which may not be a reflection of your leadership. But where are you going? Where are you going? And that's one thing I want to stress. When you're pushing for that goal builder, you've got to be laser focused, blinders on, and just nothing can distract you. Nothing or no one can distract you. No one else's decision can distract you. It is a personal voyage, if you like, right? It is really head down. And you ask anyone who's gone gold, you tell them, how do you feel after? They'll say, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted because that was not because it was hard. It was a push. It was a run. It was a sprint. That's what I'm looking for. It was a sprint. They'll say I'm exhausted. Not because it was hard, but because it was a sprint. So you, okay, and breathe, right? And that's all it is. That's all it is. Before I let me just open up for any questions, just really quick, before I go on to anything else. Let me just open up for any questions, because that's, after those 2 simulations, I want to see if anyone's got any questions about anything at all. Any questions?
Yeah, hello?
Hello, yes, can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, hi. Yeah, thank you so much for the training. I do have a question. You spoke about the numbers. Can you go through the numbers again? So you said 200 people you need to speak to, invite about 50 to webinars, and about 9 people on a freeway call. Yeah, can you go through that one again, please?
Thank you for touching on that point. I have to be honest, I was just fetching numbers out the air just to kind of make an example. But that's definitely something you can work with your upline on in terms of exposure. If I'm just gonna again pick off the top of my head, what I will say is this, and this is the right responsible answer to give you. There's not a number. It's just the work. And what I mean by that is you may set yourself a daily target to say, I'm going to message 50 people a day, right? I'm going to message 50 people a day. And from messaging 50 people a day, that's 350 people in a week. I think we will fairly say messaging 350 people in a week, you're going to be exposing yourself to a lot of people, potentially get them on phone calls with your upline, which is going to give you a great opportunity to sponsor, some people. So I think everyone has to find their number. I think you want to be realistic with your number. If you're saying I'm going to message 10 people a day, then that's 10, that's 70 people a week. Are you hoping to sign up 5 people a week with that? I don't think that will happen. But if you have an aggressive number, aggressive goal that you can, again, allocate some time to, then the bigger the number, the bigger the exposure. The bigger exposure, the more potential you have of signing people up. So one thing I've always personally done is I've always said, I want to message as many people as possible, set realistic goals. I will never say I'm going to message 200 people a day, and day one, I only managed to message 60 people, and day two, I only managed to message 40 people, and I'm feeling really bad about it because I'm missing my target every day, because maybe it wasn't realistic. But there is a number for everyone that pushes you, not a safe, easy number like 5 a day. No, if you're trying to go gold, don't message 5 people a day, don't message 10. Do a lot more than that. Do a lot more than that. If you're trying to go gold in a month, you have to have mass exposure that can also bring in the freeway calls. Let's go, going back to this example. Again, I said this person sponsored the first, second, and third person in the first week. So that's 3 people in a week. And we've seen people do this. So to sponsor 3 people in a week, how many people do you think they have to speak to, as in like that instant message, to get 3 people in a week? And this may be people that they know personally, or it may be complete cold market. Whatever it is, the output is a lot in terms of exposure. So I would encourage everyone to get their number based on what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to get game-changing results, you want to put game-changing work ethic to the table. So hopefully that helps to not just answer your question, but just to give a perspective to everyone else.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Great question, and thank you for touching on that point, because we are talking about the work, but the speed requires heavy duty work, heavy duty. Anyone who's gone gold in a month, ask them how many people did you expose to the business in that month. They will tell you over 100 people. They will tell you a lot of people. It won't be like, I exposed 12 people and 9 people signed up now. There'll be a lot of people to expose.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Thank you.
Great point. Thank you for asking. Any other questions, guys? The main thing I really want everyone to take from this is the work you already know how to do, the work you've already mastered it. I'm quite confident that everyone on this call has sponsored people before and they know how to do that. But ask yourself the question, have you mastered speed? Within the network marketing arena, have you mastered speed? Speed. It's a whole conversation in itself. I know we talk a lot about PS3 and all this stuff, but we should really, do training on speed. Speed. How do you move fast? How do you move faster than everyone else? And going back to that point that was just raised there, speed is in perfect alignment with the heavy duty of the work. So someone who messages 5 people a day and says, okay, I'm just doing 5 a day, that's great consistency, right? So you may tick one box, but you may not be ticking another box. If it's a consistency box, woo, you message 5 people a day, every day for 1 whole month, wow, A star, amazing. That's amazing consistency. But consistency is not what you need to go goal builder. It's not the priority. You can have someone who messages, they may set a target of 100 people a day, just say 100 people a day, and they may message one day 60, 90, 50, 40, 70, 80. They're not hitting the 100 target, but my goodness, the exposure is huge. So in terms of consistency to the target, they're failing every day. But in terms of the speed and the heavy duty of the output and the exposure, it's a lot bigger than that person who's doing just 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day. 5 a day in a week is 35 people. 50 a day and missing your target and hitting maybe 30 and 40, you're going into the hundreds on a weekly basis now. So again, going back to that point, I want everyone to align speed with exposure. Align speed with exposure. One thing I do when I'm messaging, I sit down, I got my phone, and I'm messaging, you know, cold market, for example, and I'm just messages out, and I'm seeing how fast can I expose people, how fast can I do 50 in an hour, right? Speed, can I do it in an hour? So not only am I doing the speed, hitting my 50, but I'm also getting 50, which is mass exposure, and then I'm trying to do that the next day, the next day, the next day, 350 people in a week, right? How much is that? So 1,400 people in a month, right? Exposure, 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 speed, speed, speed. So for that person who's just got started in the business, their warm market is golden in this. I want everyone to get this, especially if you just sponsor someone who's brand new in the business. Their warm market is perfect for this exercise. How fast can you go through your warm market? You may have a warm market of 30 close people to you. So now you don't necessarily have to think about exposing 1,400 people, because that may be cold market where you're trying to build a relationship and you're gonna maybe have like 1 in 100. But when it's warm market, we're not talking 1 in 100 here. We're talking one in 5, 1 in 3, because it's warm market. It's the people who are the closest to you. But if you go through that warm market, let's say 20 people over the course of the year, you're still gonna get the same answer you were gonna get all along. But going back to the first simulation, you're gonna have some people come in, but also you're gonna have some people go out. And at the end of the year, you'll finish on maybe 5 active and just not quite there. But what if you got the same answer you were gonna get anyway from those 20 people? The people who are gonna say no, we're gonna say no anyway. The people who are gonna say yes, we're gonna say yes anyway. What if you got the same answer from them and found the 9 that you were gonna get all along in 1 month because you messaged all of them or connected with all of them or exposed all of them in 1 month rather than 12 months? That's someone who just got started in, who's got a warm market, right? Someone who's been in the business now for maybe more than a year, more than 2, 3 years, and you've kind of, I've gone through my warm market, I can't really have that conversation anymore with anyone close to me. I'm now looking at cold market. Yeah, heavy duty, big numbers, exposing lots of people. Not 5 a day. 5 a day won't do it. 10 a day won't do it. Big numbers, but realistic numbers. And that's going to give you a mass, exposure to find those people. Any other questions? Any other questions that anyone may have? Yes, Lady Phoebe, have to outwork our attrition. We all have to. We all have to outwork for attrition on that journey of going to gold. Okay, I'm gonna close on this. I'm gonna bring you back up, David, if you have any final points. What happens when you find a 9? What happens when you find the 9? Donna Valley says 9 that are mine, 3 that can see, right? Now we have the core 3 conversation. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. We go back to this again. And now we're trying to find the core 3. Now we're trying to find the 3 superstars, the 3 people who are just like you, the 3 people who also get it and they want to go gold just like you, right? The 3 people who want to follow your example. Well, this is the next training. And hopefully David, I'm sure, will invite me back to do part 2. But, this one is really exciting because now we start to interview our team. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but if you've been in this industry long enough, you'll know that your upline is interviewing you. My upline is interviewing me. My upline, Donna Valley, is interviewing me. Everyone in this company is being interviewed. You're always being interviewed because someone who is your upline is looking at you and asking the question, does this person really want it? Does this person really, really want it? is this person ready? If I was to call a play, an aggressive play to work at a certain intensity, to run at a certain intensity, is this person ready? Is this person ready to run with me? Is this person ready to go to that place with me? So we're all being interviewed, and we're going to dive into all of this stuff on part 2 of the training. But hopefully everyone got some really good understanding of running to gold, what it looks like, simulation, slow versus fast. And my hope is that everyone will absolutely set their business alight and run fast with this to go gold builder. Back to you, David.
Wow, thank you so much for that, Toby. Fantastic, fantastic training. Again, I know you guys have got a lot of value from that. Please give me some thank yous in the chat box and light up the chat box with anything that you thought about this training, anything that helped you in seeing this. Some of you, haven't seen this at all. I've never trained on anything similar to this before, so hopefully you guys got a lot of value from that. Let me just really ask this. Please, 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 please. And me and Toby already know this is not going to be for everybody. Don't just take this training and be like, yay, great training, and go back to doing what you were doing before. Now, I don't want to sound harsh and blunt, but if you watch this training and you just carry on going on with the flow, the people who are already directors, the people that are taking it seriously are going to win anyway. Your success hasn't got an impact on our success. Our success is not impacted directly by your success. Why? Because we're willing to work through the attrition. If every single person on this line quit, Toby's not going to quit. I know I'm not going to quit, right? Now, I'm not saying that to be rude or to say we don't care, we don't need you. No, we need our why to be met. Our why is so deep that if all the people on this team, all 11,700 people quit, I would have to call my brothers and say, would you be willing to start something again? If they say no, I'll have to start from scratch. If everybody in his team quit, Toby will start from scratch and he'll keep going. Why? Because his why is so deep that if people quit, he's not quitting. He knows it works. He knows it's real. He knows he's going to get there, even if he has to rebuild. So since you know you're going to stick with this, don't make it take long. Don't watch this training and then go back to doing what you're doing before. Be the change. Do it. Just do it. Just literally just do it. I'm going to say it again. Just do it. Don't do it alone. Work with your director upline to get there faster. Don't watch this training and go back to doing what you're doing before. It's possible, guys. You've seen people with maybe half your talent achieve some ridiculous results in life in general, never mind in Planet Marketing. So don't be slow. Just go out and do it. You want it to happen. You've seen other people do it just like you. Let's get it done, guys. So thank you so much. As we close out this webinar right now, quick reminders, we do have an event in Manchester. If you know people in Manchester, England, get them connected with myself, Toby, whoever, so we can maybe sit down with that person. If you can't get there yourself, it's not a problem. Just get us connected with people that you might know in Manchester. Mexico is going to be an absolutely crazy time. 13th to the 16th of October. Do get your ticket. If you've got questions about it, ask around. If you're in the Caribbean, if you're in the USA, it's specifically designed for you guys, from Jamaica to Atlanta, to make sure you guys can get there and have an amazing time doing an event your side of the pond. So again, thank you so much, guys. Webinars going on each week, each day this week. So let's really push for Goal Builder. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening.